Nerf Elite 2.0 blasters are out right now, but there's something about them that we didn't expect. It's time to present the Stryfe 2.0, another possible Nerf Hyper Blaster, and more leaks right now. Just like the Villainator, the Cornerfire by Dartzone is also coming out this August, and recently they posted this little promo video showing us, in theory, what it could do. Super cool. I really hope that this works in real life, and they set out to do what they wanted to do, and it works. I'm very intrigued by this blaster, but let me pass it off to you. Do you like this idea of shooting around corners? Do you think it's a gimmick, or is it something fun that you would try out? Also, if you're one of the lucky people to find and buy this early in stores, let me know what you think about it. Oh man, Dartzone really is coming in hot this fall with a bunch of new blasters. The latest one that they have advertised is the Adventure Force Spectrum. Here we're seeing a motorized blaster that comes with a 10-round magazine and much more. With the Spectrum, it looks like they're trying to embrace modularity a little bit more. We have a foregrip that is removable and also foldable. There's also a removable scope, and at the back a removable stock. It's interesting that the stock can be disassembled into two parts, so it's as if you can attach a different stock onto this. One of its selling points is most likely going to be its cheap price tag, as we've learned to know and love from Adventure Force, but my main question is this blaster going to be good enough to replace it with one of your other mag-fed Nerf blasters or motorized Nerf blasters? If you weren't aware, the Nerf Ultra 4 and 5 are coming to store shelves this month and are actually available in a lot of places. I just recently saw the Ultra 4 myself in stores. Yeah, check your stores, they may be there. Since the last Nerf news video I did, Elite 2.0 has absolutely blown up with so many new revelations, so I'm going to try to take all the important information and condense it as much as possible. On a Turkish website, we also got the renders for the Nerf Elite 2.0 Echo, as well as the vault. But better than a render is an actual real-life vault, which we have photos of. I don't know why it's here or how it got here, but this one Reddit user has found the vault at a Target in Washington. And the funniest thing about this, for me personally, is this Target is the exact same one I used to go to all the time when crossing the Canada-US border. The timing is just funny because I've been going to this Target for years and I've never seen this place ever get blasters early. And of course, the one time when the pandemic hit and I cannot go there, they got something early, but I may not be missing out on much at all. This Reddit user decided to open up the vault to show us what the internals are like, and it's no good. First of all, there are no screws in this blaster. The entire thing is held together by glue and clips. So not only was it a nightmare to open for this one fella, it was even worse to put it all back together. This is an obvious cost-cutting method by Hasbro, and intentional or not, it's alienating the modding community. The Nerf Elite 2.0 Phoenix, which is like the Stryfe reskin, has been leaked on eBay. That's right, German eBay has a leak of the Phoenix. Well, it looks like that ghetto photo on eBay turned out to be legit. Here we have an official listing and photos of the Phoenix on this Russian website. I think it's Russian. Kind of looks like a Stryfe, but with some differences. Of course, we can see it comes with a removable stock, and of course, it's backwards in this photo. Up front, at the bottom, we see more volume here, and some people are guessing maybe the batteries are held in here, and that would make sense. As of this recording, this news just broke like an hour ago, so I'm still digesting how I feel about the looks, but I dig it. I just like the shape at the front here. It's hard to say if it'll look as good with a barrel attached. Maybe the barrel from the Echo would work. And at the bottom we have a look at the new 6-dart magazine. It looks pretty much identical to the one that comes with the Turbine, except 6 darts instead of 18. I admit it's a little early to ask this question, but from initial thoughts, do you think this is going to replace the Stryfe? Or does that decision depend on whether this blaster has any screws in it? If you like keeping up with the latest Nerf news, tapping the subscribe button is a great method of helping me out. Thanks. You might be wondering why I'm looking at an official Hasbro PDF on how to work out using your Nerf blasters. Well, that's because we have an entire fitness program dedicated to a blaster that isn't really out yet. This exercise program requires you to have your Elite 2.0 Shockwave in hand, even though no one really has one. It's just kinda weird to see this because Elite 2.0 hasn't really been promoted by Hasbro yet. As we expected, the Elite 2.0 Shockwave is a Surgefire reskin, and right off the bat, I already like it a lot more than the Surgefire. Functionally, I assume it's very similar since we have that same rotating 15-dart drum and front pump grip, but this just looks a lot better to me. And the reason I kept saying the Shockwave is not really out yet is because it kind of is. This just in from the newsroom, someone on Reddit has posted that they found the Shockwave in stores in Southern California. Day by day, it seems like more and more people are discovering Elite 2.0 in stores. Here we have another person who spotted the Shockwave at Target. Here we can see the Shockwave is $25 at Target, the same as Walmart. I don't know, that seems kind of expensive for what you get, and I actually believe it's more expensive than the price of the Surgefire. To pose another question, is this something you're planning on picking up, or does the Villainator catch your eye even more? For me, an easy choice, the Villainator. And someone has found the Trio at Target and managed to take some photos for us. The Trio is slightly chunkier than the Triad, but still manages to keep a compact size. I don't know how I feel about how stubby this handle looks though. Unfortunately, bad news for the Trio, just like the Vault, there are no screws in this blaster, meaning if you want to take it apart for modifications, it's going to be a pain in the butt since it's most likely held together by glue and clips. Recently, Drac has been uploading a ton of Elite 2.0 early reviews, and honestly I shouldn't be too surprised, but my biggest question going into Elite 2.0 when it first came out was, are these blasters going to have better performance compared to Elite blasters? And from all these firing tests, it's very easy to see, nope, they just have your standard dart blaster performance. But I guess on a more positive note, I'm doing air quotes right now, it looks like the Warden, the Echo, and the Commander have screw holes, which means it's probably held together by screws. Some true detective work here. That's only what we can see from a macro view. It's hard to say if there's any other tricky business going on there, which will make it more difficult to take apart. One interesting thing about the Echo magazine is the end part is actually removable. So if you're doing some sort of cosmetic mod, this could make it easier to paint the two separate pieces. To find all the details, I'll link both those videos down below. The Nerf Elite 2.0 Turbine, it now has an official listing with photos on smithstoys.com. From this listing, if we scroll down here, it says this blaster has rapid fire blasting, which pretty much confirms that it has full auto capabilities. In an earlier episode, we talked about the announcement by Dart Zone Blasters of the new Adventure Force Villainator, which has a lot of people just wanting to throw their money at the screen to get their hands on it right now. And one man only, has managed to get his hands on it before its official August release date. Drac has a super good review of this blaster, he seems to really enjoy it. In his firing tests, we're getting darts fire at around 90 FPS, which is fantastic. In this video, Drac doesn't seem to have any complaints about the functionality of it, and as we saw on Blaster Hub, this blaster is only going to cost $20. You get a 40 round removable drum mag, pump action slam fire. It's so good for $20. It's insane. This is only one review, we have to see as they start coming out on store shelves, but this is really shaping up into a blaster that could be a fan favorite of this year. The Nerf Ultra 3 is the weirdest blaster so far in this lineup, and we just recently got a listing on the Australian Amazon website. Unlike the leaked photo that we saw before, this blaster has a muzzle piece on it. This could make the Ultra 3 kind of like the Ultra 5 where we had two different versions depending on region. Originally, I was rooting for this blaster because it was getting so much hate based on its design, but according to Drac's review, things are not looking too hot. I'll leave a link down below if you want to watch that. Currently, we don't know a release date for this, but it's possible we could see the Nerf Ultra 3 as early as this fall because of this single photo here. An Australian Nerfer has posted on Reddit that they found the Ultra 3 tag at Kmart. I don't think they would do this unless the blaster was coming out soon. The last time we talked about the Nerf rival Saturn, we only saw patent drawings, but now we have official photos. It's out, people have their hands on it, so let's talk about one of the coolest rival blasters of this year. The Nerf Rival Edge Saturn is apparently the longest rival blaster in existence. This pump-action shotgun features a 10-round internal magazine, and also a reactive target new to the Rival Edge series. The Saturn is the first Rival Edge blaster to now feature brown in its color palette. I don't know how I feel about it, kinda gives me Shrek vibes. That could be a good or bad thing. I don't know, to me it just doesn't look the best, but let me know if I'm crazy in the comments. But the overall design is fantastic and it looks great in video. American Foam has a great review of this blaster and it's pretty much everything we would expect from a rival shotgun. I'll leave a link below if you want to watch that review. Just to point out something, the reactive moving target essentially functions the same way as the Jazzwares Nerf Flip Strike that we saw at the toy fair. Right now it's listed for $40 on walmart.com and you can get an in-stock alert to let you know when it's going to come back. At the toy fair in February, I was invited to the Busby event where we saw some blasters that are actually finally going to come out this year. This includes the $25 Adventure Force Rebel Mech, the $4 Springfire, and the $10 Battle Blazer. Out of all these, the standout blaster is the Rebel Mech. Us influencers were supposed to see this flagship blaster earlier in February, but due to the pandemic causing some disruptions in shipping, we just saw concept art and just box art of it. But we saw that it was a motorized blaster and it was coming with a drum that would be compatible with Nerf blasters. And to see this coming out in the near future for only $25 is super exciting. Things have been pretty dry when it comes to the Nerf Hyper Series leaks, but we have one new thing which is really interesting. We have a new listing called the Nerf Hyper Rush 40 on this French website. If we do the translation, they call it a pump blaster, which was not a description associated with the Jab 40, meaning this really could be a new blaster. On the Netherlands Amazon website, we also have a listing for the Rush 40 with some more specific details, one of which I hope is not true. In the title, it says that the blaster can hold up to 40 rounds. Makes sense. But the thing is, it says they're only including 30 rounds. Right now, I'm really hoping this is just an error or something, because it's super lame to not give you everything you need to play with the thing that you've bought. It's like buying a Nintendo 3DS without its charger. Oh wait, they did that. But one piece of exciting news here, they have velocity claims of up to 110 FPS speed. Right now it's hard to tell if Hyper is going to be higher performance compared to Rival, but at least it seems like it's on the same playing field. And at least for the Netherlands, the Rush 40 is going to cost 24 euros. But the exciting piece of news here, right now it seems this pre-order is for October. Now I gotta ask you, who's not excited about a line that can give you high performance capabilities? Let me know if you're excited about the Hyper series or if you have a more wary mindset. Now it's time to leak yet again another Nerf Halo blaster. On the Netherlands Amazon website, we have something called the Nerf Halo Bulldog SG. It's weird to see them use the name Bulldog again, since they did release another blaster with that same name not too long ago. To the Halo fans out there, let me know what you think this blaster is going to be. Is this name based off something within the video games? The Nerf Overwatch series is still ongoing with 2 more microshots, yep, literal Jolt reskins. We have one for Mercy, as well as a blaster for Anna. Anna? We have the pre-orders for both of these blasters on the UK Amazon website. Right now, the release date is not determined. I made a great Nerf blaster even better. Feast your eyeballs on that video on the left. Buy the latest and greatest Nerf blasters using my affiliate links in the description. Thanks for watching. Hope you do something great today and get that bread.